All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is semi-finale of Resident Evil 2. How you doing?
Well, I mean, you know this game pretty well, but I'm thinking finale, and maybe a long
Yes.
episode finale, but
Yeah,
I'm doing
yeah.
pretty
Let's see
good.
here. Let me think here. It's been a little while since I did these, but I'm trying to remember. So the night I know doesn't actually go here. And then I always start on the right because it's easy to remember. The right wall is... Let me think. This also doesn't go here. Oh, wait, does it? Oh, wait, no. I think that one stays. It's pawn. Then I want to say... The knight goes on the opposite end of where it's supposed to... Where it says it is. And then...
Okay.
I think it's...
The police station has like some actual puzzles that, there's story behind that, but this is just like some posters got clawed out, basically.
Yeah, right. Someone just wasn't doing their job. Oh, crap. I thought I had it.
This is not my forte.
Okay, let me think here. Is the knight... The knight may be facing the queen. Let's put queen here, and then bishop in the middle. I think that should do it.
Oh, so the knight
Oh, no, that's
doesn't
the
go
king.
where the sticker
Wait,
says knight?
hold on. Is that the bishop?
That's what is the diagonal one?
Wait.
Yeah, that is bishop. I know chess. That's
Yeah.
king.
Bishop? Let's try... I guess king here? Is that right? No? Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at this.
Wait, you have a rook?
Yeah.
Castle looking one?
The rook's next to the knight, but not facing the queen. Okay. So let's see here. Knight. Rook. And then pawn, right? Yeah, the pawn doesn't move. Knight, rook, pawn. And then... King ain't next to the queen. Okay, queen. Bishop. Let's try switching the king and the queen. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I just had the king and the queen mixed up.
The knight sticker thing is just to throw you off or something? Like,
Yes, that is correct.
what the hell?
Let's see here. We're going into a fight with William. Gonna put this key away and this gunpowder and this film. None of that is necessary. High-powered rounds.
You're doing pretty good on inventory.
I'm gonna put those away.
You know your way around the zombies pretty well.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna save the quick draw army for the lab. And instead I'm gonna take out the... Let's sort here. I'm gonna take out this and the high-powered ammo. Because that should make really short work of William.
Okay.
I've got 3 of these left. Wait, hold on a second. Did I ever combine those? Yeah, I did. I combined the weapon parts with that, correct? I'm going to take 1 nade, just in case he gets a hold of me. And then let's do some acid rounds, just as a...
Acid.
Yeah, let's do some acid. Just as a precaution.
Just get me nice and loose for this.
Yeah, right, just to keep me lucid here. The main place I'll use acid rounds is the final William fight. Okay, so let's switch that out. Put that flame round away, because I'm going to need that in the lab. Take you out. Now I've got some high-powered ammo. And let's just say, just in case I lose this fight, because, like I said, I really don't care about number of saves. So how's your week going, Max?
Well, my day's been going a lot better than last Tuesday, which was kind of a crappy day. Actually, last week was kind of hard. This week's been going a lot better.
Okay, good to hear.
Today's been going pretty good, yeah. Well, I worked today, let's see. Yeah, Addie head off. She's feeling pretty sick.
Oh, that's not good. I almost said tight, but then no, not so tight.
Yeah, I don't know if there's probably something going around. People at work are getting sick too.
Yeah.
So it's about that time, but I'm feeling okay. For now, at least. Rather than orange juice, I'm drinking my Pepsi Blueberry.
Oh, nice.
It's nice. It reminds me of Pepsi Jazz, if you remember that back in the day.
Oh yeah, Pepsi Jizz.
That was my jam, actually, like in high school. It was like Fresca and Pepsi Jazz.
Oh, so close. Let me think.
Hey.
There it is. All right. Now it's time to get Williamed. Come on, do it. There it is. That fucker. Fortunately, little trick that I've learned since
wow.
last time. You can just hang out right here and he can't touch you.
Wow.
I mean, caution though. Look at that jackass.
Okay, this is yeah, from the. Now you're not in the tram yet, are you?
No, we fight him here and then
this is what we usually happen when you're kind of in that little car that takes you down.
Right.
That's where this took place that time. But the same exact thing happens where he would stick his hands to the roof.
Yep. Now he's gonna hit this door. We're just gonna sprint right past him. Do it.
Wow.
Should have known you wouldn't die.
I've learned all of the like tricks of these boss fights.
Yeah, you really have the positioning and everything.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a Contra game where, you know, you just got to keep doing it and keep dying.
Yeah.
Kind of finally learn the tricks.
But you know, with this particular fight, I've learned that even if you do everything right, you can still go down hard.
Oh.
Like for instance, when that fucking happens. And we're off to a great start.
Wow. He's shielding his eyes a little better this time.
Yeah. Well, and the big problem is there's just there's so little room to maneuver. And
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but the AI seems to be really on point with him. Oh no. Well,
what's up?
I may have fucked up. He may be too far over here to be hit with this thing. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I missed him.
Oh wow.
Oh shit. Okay, well, come on. Well, now hold on, dude. Just fucking. God damn. I almost want to lose because I'm doing so bad. Yeah, I'm not going to use another herb. If I win, I win, but I'm willing to take
If you win, then damn.
Yeah, I'm willing to take the loss here.
Well, at least you don't slow down. They really forced your hand in the old games.
Yeah, it's just shitty.
You couldn't just stay at danger.
Right.
All right, time for an encore.
Okay, you got him.
Let's see what he does here. Did I get him? Did I get him? Oh no! I didn't get him.
Yeah,
Well,
you would hope the first time would count for something, even if you didn't hit him. Okay. Oh no. Doesn't even slow him down.
Oh shit. Man.
He's still alive.
Okay. I'm not even upset with that. That was such a shoddy performance that I'm okay with that.
You are dead. You are pretty dead, man.
That does kind of blow any chance of us finishing this in one episode, though.
Nah, it's okay.
So yeah, in other news, my week, not going too shabby. Still kind of playing catch up from last week when I had a conference, so that means work stuff is taking a little extra time, but not too bad.
Alrighty.
In other work-related news, I am going to be getting my work laptop has basically just died. It is crapped out hard on me. Circling and circling and circling. Did I get him? Is he already down? He's already down. Look at that.
Yeah, nice. A lot better than last time.
Yeah.
So laptop's dying.
Yeah, and so I'm getting
dead.
a new device, and I'm kind of torn. I did see like a Lenovo Black Friday preview sale.
Yeah.
And there were some interesting options there, but I think I might have missed the window.
Oh,
For real.
okay.
Guess I'm still using an herb. That's alright.
Also, I don't mean to like malign a whole company, but I've never heard good things about Lenovo the past few years.
Really?
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of sales. Oh, nice. But
Time for an encore.
yeah, I guess like one, battery performance issues.
Uh-huh.
And even if the specs are good, I guess a lot of times it just all doesn't come together for some reason. Oh,
Yeah. I just wanted to keep him there, so like I've used myself as bait. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the one thing that I've heard about Lenovo is their ThinkPads are really good devices, but I'm also basing that off of probably close to 10 years ago when I was in
Gotcha.
college.
Yeah, lately I haven't heard good things, but I mean if the price is right, and the specs look good, I don't know.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm actually really attracted to the Microsoft Surface line.
Yeah.
Part of that is just aesthetics. I'm a sucker for pretty technology.
Yeah, it is pretty.
It is pretty, and it's really portable, and it kind of marries sort of a tablet with full laptop functionality, which is kind of
Yeah.
nice. So
I feel like
don't know.
it's a good work computer, especially, for like your line of work. If you want to say if you're working there on something, working on a sermon, and you
Yeah.
want to take it home too, makes it really easy.
Honestly, I was kind of holding out. Like, my work laptop has been crapping out on me for a while now. So I was really thinking that I would wait for the new iPad OS to come out and see how it improves the functionality on the iPad. And honestly, other than I know Sherry's not looking too great. Other than the split screen thing between apps, it's really just kind of cosmetic. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my iPad. I like the way that I'm able to use it as kind of like a hymnal and a reader and kind of like a second screen resource sort of thing. But it's a joke when they say that it's ready to replace laptops. It's just not there yet.
It's not there.
I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but I was like, they made it sound so revolutionary, and it really was not.
In my lab.
But I do like my iPad, but it's kind of more like, basically, if I need to send out some emergency emails or, like polish off a sermon, that's fine, but it is not ready to compete with a full-on laptop or computer.
Yeah.
So, but however, that being said, I do like the Surface for that reason, is that it's kind of got the form factor of a tablet, but still is running Windows 10.
Fucking kidding.
Yeah.
So,
It's kind of like, I mean, you got the laptops that are, almost like a underpowered laptop with a monitor
yeah.
this time, and Surface is kind of like the inverse of that. It's like a tablet with the kind of functions as a laptop. Like
Right.
a really good keyboard.
Yeah,
and
really good keyboard. Like I said, it's a sexy device too. It's got the Intel processors, which is probably the biggest selling point for me. I've had nothing but good experience with Intel's processors. And
they're
then
they've come a long ways, because the first Surfaces were really
more
like
tablets.
a tablet with a kind of a crappy keyboard.
Yeah.
And like the Surface Pro, I think 3
Mm-hmm.
now. Like, I mean, I've seen it up
Oh,
close.
sorry. There's the Surface Laptop 3, and the Surface Pro is up to Generation 7 already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty nice
But
too.
honestly, I think to save some money, if I did get one, I'd be looking at a 6.
Okay.
Which is still, it still has the i5 and the i7, depending on what model you want to go with. And
Okay.
yeah.
And you're like, I feel like an i5 would be more than enough for what you're using it
for what I'm using it for. And the only downside that I can see to it is the solid slate drive space, which is either 128 gig or 256, depending again on the model.
Yeah.
But pretty much all of my work files I store on OneDrive, so that wouldn't be a huge issue
Okay.
either.
Hold on,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's not like I'd be gaming on the thing, so
And that's the thing is like I think that is good, you know, and you're storing it on the cloud, but there's something,
there might be an
maybe
item
it's
here.
just like the old-fashioned part of me that's like, yeah, I need like a terabyte hard drive. I don't even care what it is. I
Yeah.
have to have everything on the computer, which no, you don't.
Especially a
you
work
know.
device. Like it's literally the most utilitarian piece of hardware I would own, which again makes me think too that then why the hell do I need a Surface other than I just like the Surface?
It's it just looks really nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice lightweight, you know.
And
the
you know
whole
that is
thing
part of it too. Like I love the idea of me being able to run it upstairs on the fly, and it's supposed to have really good battery life too, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
If we had any like followers or fans on this page, I would probably ask, you know, at this point, like, what's everybody think? But I also trust your input. So
Yeah, I have. I mean, again, I've played with a. It's either a Pro 3 or maybe it was just like the Surface 3. And it's they're sexy devices. They're a little expensive, kind of for you know how much power and stuff they have with them. But it is nice that you can just have a really nice tablet with it. You know.
yeah, and that's kind of the thing. I
And you
dig the
you're
idea.
right. You don't need the space. You
Yeah.
get like a 128 solid state and be good with it.
Right. I think if I were to go with the Surface device, it would. I think the key factor would be portability, and
Yeah.
you know, just being able to kind of have my work with me quite literally anywhere. Which, on the one hand, sounds horrible, but on the other hand, like I do have like, you know, those odd kind of situations. You know, like I'm out at a conference when suddenly someone dies, and I'm looking at a funeral when I get back. It would be nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that all of a sudden you have to be doing work all the time.
Right.
You know, it's just something like, you know, I have to imagine that you're put in those situations sometimes where it's just kind of difficult and you gotta get back to it or do work on something else, and it would be nice.
Yeah,
to just kind of
and there's also like times where like I basically will like hit the wall when I'm writing, and it's nice to be able to, you know, either pick it up at a coffee shop or at home, just like after everyone's in bed, and just get it done.
Yeah, you know, weirdly, that's when I tend to get some of my best work done. Is
Mhm.
I'll be at home and it's just I can't work on something, and then I go to Starbucks, and now that I'm paying for the time, all of a sudden, like,
Well,
I got
yeah,
like some coffee or something. It's just like, oh, I can actually get this done here.
Right.
Weirdly enough.
And for me, it's like weird. It's kind of weird, like just a change of scenery, just kind of like gets the creative juices flowing. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm in my office too long, I get like really bad tunnel vision and just, you know, want to be anywhere but there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
That was pretty grody, by the way. That was I'd never seen that before.
oh yeah, Sherry's eye. Yeah, she's not doing great right now.
Yeah.
She's had better days, Sherry. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can still make this just an extended episode. I'm not sure yet.
All right.
This
Yeah, it
area
didn't
does
really
not
take
take
too
long
much
for
time.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, and you took care of William pretty quickly the second go around.
Honestly, I find that to be the hardest boss fight in the game.
Really, you just don't have a whole lot of space to work
No,
with.
you just can't maneuver, and like, even though he telegraphs his moves, like his swing arc is so wide in that form that
I'll be back soon.
you just don't have a lot of space to get around him. And then there's also kind of like the edge of your seat thing with the waiting for the crane to hit him. Sometimes he'll just move ever so slightly out of the way, and it just
Yeah.
pisses me off. Okay, so we got the map.
Randomly, something I just thought about when he's swiping at you and when the zombies are biting you, you know, I've always thought like why don't you get infected? Why is an herb, you know,
Yeah,
able to, like,
why is an
cure you?
herb sufficient for Claire?
and I know the real reason
Plot
is 'cause
armor.
it's a game, that's
Yeah,
why.
right.
But then I also thought, when did I ever think that these are like zombies that spread virus through biting, like
Yeah.
classic Night of the Living Dead style? Like they've shown that the T virus got in the
Actually-
water supply,
Right.
and that's how these people got infected. And then there's some people who just didn't. Either they came back into town like Claire and Leon, or maybe they are just the types that drink bottled water or something, and they
Yeah.
happen to be lucky otherwise. So it's like, yeah, it probably doesn't spread through bites. It probably is like the water supply and how you would get it otherwise, like a normal virus.
Right.
Which I know some things can spread through bites, like rabies and stuff.
Oh
but
yeah.
I don't think the T virus works that way. So it's
Actually,
like, okay,
let's
that kind of.
polish off this ammo here. Or no. Let's use my... Yeah. That's what I want. I think this is what
How
I
much
want.
space do you really need here? Like, are you going to keep your electric gun?
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of polish off the ammo that I have only a little bit of and really don't
Yeah.
need any longer. So I'm going to save the submachine gun, my high-powered ammo, and my flame rounds, or my acid rounds for William. I'm going to take the
Okay.
flame rounds out now and use those on those plant freaks.
Yeah. There's a few rooms that you keep
God, I have so many
going
herbs.
back to. So you got to do some killing here.
I managed to catch up on my grenades, which is good. Have plenty of gunpowder. Yeah, I think I'm in good shape here.
All right.
Let's save since we did beat Willie. And now
Well,
let's
this is the
blast
time
through
of
here.
year. Black Friday's coming up, but also just November in general. We
Uh-huh.
start seeing the deals. So I'm looking. I haven't seen much yet that's been like fantastic deals, but I'm looking at the computer parts and I'm kind of just waiting because this is going to be when we're probably going to pick up most of our stuff for a computer we're building.
Right. Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be exciting.
Looking forward to it. Something that'll be good for gaming, but also have a lot of memory and be good for the Photoshop and all the Adobe suite as well for Addy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've seen deals on like memory, but not much, and like some monitors, but like nothing I would like. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So
I'll send you my monitor, which I got on Amazon. It's a 144 hertz gaming monitor, which basically means it runs like butter, and it's dirt cheap for like monitor prices. It is well worth your time and money.
yeah, I'm cool for a computer monitor. I'm not looking for, again, like a 144 hertz. Okay, like if it's smooth, I'm cool with that. I don't need like a curved monitor. I don't need anything like
no.
that.
Yeah, nothing like that.
And nothing huge either.
No, mine's a 24-inch, non-curved, but again, it's got all of the movement, the responsiveness that you would want from a gaming monitor. In
And
fact,
yours is
if you were
hooked
to
up
hook
with-
up your PS4 to it, you would very much enjoy that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Improved spark shot.
That's another thing is I want to get a TV this year when they go on sale, like the TCLs,
Oh yeah.
because I want to. We started God of War like way early this year, and we're gonna restart it. But I think that game in particular, and
Look, you
Assassin's
got back
Creed as
up.
well. I really
yeah.
want to do on a new TV.
Yeah.
But it's also like
Dude, TVs have gotten so cheap.
they have.
Like
But also,
almost
it's like, do I gotta get a
ridiculously so.
PS4 Pro to really enjoy these things? Like, because the PS4 doesn't.
You know, if the
It'll
PS,
upscale.
you should wait and see if the PS5 is going to be backwards compatible. And
But they've already said it was. Yeah, it'll
that's
be-
like definitive.
Yeah, PS4. It'll play PS4 games.
No shit.
Yeah,
Okay. Then yeah, you should just wait for the PS5 because you know that shit's gonna run.
yeah.
It'll probably upscale PS4 games even more
Yeah.
than the PS4 Pro does.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they definitely said that it plays PS4 games.
Sweet.
So, now anything else, I really highly doubt. That'd
Well,
be weird if it
if
suddenly
that's
played
the
PS3
case,
games
then
too, but-
really all I would need is my PS5 and my old fat PS3. Is this guy seriously still alive? I think
It's
he's still.
It's almost like he has some
still
color on him. I think he's getting
still
better, Chris.
I think so, man.
I think he's gonna beat this T-virus thing.
Right? He's like, I'm better. Please stop shooting. Okay, OSS. Okay. I'm like sort of, kind of.
Spooderman.
How
puzzle?
this works?
Only
Wait.
maybe not at all.
Wait, no. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, there we go. Wait. I had this down.
Oh, that's
there we
looking
go.
at. That's looking.
There it is. I just had to remember like how the controls worked. It's not like Batman Arkham rules where they where you just rotate, or like Spider-Man where you just rotate them.
You just keep rotating them.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you get? Was that the last fanny pack?
Yes.
Nice.
And now, oh, I guess he's not getting up. That's cool. However, really? I thought there was a zombie out here. I almost feel like this. There we go. I almost feel like this area is easier in the B scenario than it is in the A.
I remember.
Because now we don't have to come back to this hall again.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to double back there again. Except to get Sherry, but... Yeah. We might polish this off in one episode.
I think so.
Because I remember... This is a part of the game that I'm really familiar with, just because it's so short and the puzzles can be so annoying the first time you do them.
Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, probably the most linear part of the game, too.
Yeah. And I am going to use my cell phone notes for these computer combos up here. Full disclosure.
Yeah, why not? Oh, yeah, so I messaged you. I had to, after I got to a certain point in Persona 5, which...
Oh, yeah. Goro.
That was crazy, man.
Let's not worry about spoiling a 2-year-old game now. So
that's true. Spoiler alert, I guess.
Yes, spoiler alert, kind of, sort of. Did I miss a nade in here? I thought there was a nade. Or an herb, something. I don't really need herbs. It says there's something here. Do you see anything?
No. I mean, I see a plant.
Whatever. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, so go on. Tell me what you liked.
Yeah, so what was it? I picked up, because I was already pretty much done with the casino, so it was just all about, I had like a day sending calling card where he's like, oh, send it on this specific day.
Yeah.
So did that. First of all, the side boss fight, like, thank goodness I started like paying money to get like strong personas. So I got like a Raphael, which has like the sword dance.
Yeah, that guy will carry you through the final boss.
But seriously, this boss fight was still pretty, like, she got me once. I don't usually die, and she got me. And it takes like, it's like a 15-minute fight. It's just a slog. And I'm doing like 600 damage to her, every time it's Joker's turn. But, and then when you have to play the roulette and it's attack power down, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So.
The roulette thing. I remember that.
So the fight just took forever. Right. It was a long one.
It is obnoxious.
But anyway, once I got past that,
those flame nades start becoming important.
Then it was like 2 hours of story, and they talked about, I played the beginning of the game like more than a month ago just to familiarize myself with it because it had been so long. It was like either like really early this year or late last year that I first started the game and then dropped it for a while.
Yeah.
So I couldn't remember the beginning, played it, and there's like whole trader thing and that thing going on. And I was very confused as to if they were in a palace or not when it came to the questioning.
Right.
And so I'm glad I did that because it kind of refamiliarized myself and made this part a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
And so, Addie and I were talking about it. It's just like, okay, who's the traitor? What's going on? And the conclusion we both kind of came to is like, there probably isn't a traitor. That this is all according to plan. He probably wanted to get caught, which was sort of true. But and we were just thinking like it's either Morgana or it's Goro, but it's probably like no one. And this is all like according to the plan. They're trying to turn you against each other or something like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be, unheard of for that game.
And then I started suspecting, Akechi less and less as you're going on with the casino because, I think they do a good job throughout the entire game. He's obviously like against the Phantom Thieves. He's like your foil.
Yeah, right. But you kind of get the feeling that he's sort of like an unwitting foil. Like he's just being a good detective.
Sense of justice.
Yeah, right. He's just being a good detective.
And he seems honorable. And it's just like,
oh yeah, honorable.
Seriously, he. Like in an anime where like a Lupin or something.
Yeah, like the guy who's super dedicated to justice, but sometimes that can make him just like really annoying.
Yeah, he's like the detective in Lupin or something where he is the foil, obviously, and he's like, I'm going to catch you, I'm going to get you. And then when the real threat comes up, they like team up sometimes and become unwitting partners. And it's like, okay, well, let's actually, get rid of this actual like threat that's going on. Right. That's what I kind of thought it would be when you joined your team. It's kind of like, okay, now we're going to see the bigger picture of what we have to do to prevent the ruin or something, and Akechi would join you.
Right.
He and like when the whole thing with Okumura happened, he was the first one to come to your defense. And be like, yeah, I don't like them, but
they do
they're
a
not
good
murderers.
job of giving you a couple red herrings there.
Yeah, where it's not like. It's not like he's like the super obvious, super good guy. It's like, yeah, he's against you, but he has his own sense of justice. And when he starts joining the team, he's kind of annoying sometimes with how smart he is and, just how he presents himself. But again, Yusuke was kind of like that in the beginning too, which and then he ended up being my favorite character, but he's just so fucking weird. But, they really did a good job of being like, okay, this is just kind of how he is, but he obviously has his personality and what he wants. But I was starting to just throughout the casino, I was suspecting him less and less. Yeah. Actually, and it's just like, yeah, it's definitely not him.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to be him.
Yeah, I know. Good old Akechi. Now we gotta freeze it.
You did that pretty quickly.
Yeah, again, you do it enough times, it just kind of becomes muscle memory.
Yeah. So, although that's funny, now I'm thinking back to like my first thoughts when I was like, oh, I'm kind of suspecting him a little bit. And when I first got him, like when they're just doing a little introduction to the casino, I think what I told Addie is it's like, oh, it's kind of like Tella. I was like, who's Tella? What do you mean by that? It's like he's just so powerful. He's so strong. All of his stats are just like, oh, he's better in magic. He's better.
Yeah, he's better than everybody. He was almost a little too good to be true. Like, why wouldn't you use him?
So what I thought is, oh, obviously I'm not going to have him in my party for that long.
Right.
And I justified that later as, oh, well, the Phantom Thieves are going to disband.
Right. Or maybe like your other characters are like on the cusp of like getting really strong and catching up to him, sort of. Like just kind of they level out a little bit. But that's not true either.
he was kind of presented as a Mary Sue or something. Where I don't know what the dude equivalent is.
He is like in the plot sense too. He's the foil to the main character, in that like everything in your life is just kind of screwed up, and like everything is so charmed for him.
Yeah. So
there we go.
So yeah, but again, I explained that away, and it's like, oh well, they are showing him to be like very competent, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Ugh. Nice.
I'm
trying to remember who all gets up here.
I think it was that first time when he came down into the bunker. It was when you were starting to hear it was the voice, when you got the voicemail, and it didn't say his name, but it was absolutely his voice, where it's like, oh shit, it really is him. And then he's coming down, sure enough, and it's just like, oh my god. And when he makes that face, like once his face avatar starts changing,
his like crazy face,
he has the crazy twisted face. Oh, and then he also has like the dead eye face, where he's like looking down. I was like, once he started making the faces, it was just like, holy shit, like that was crazy. It was.
It's very well done.
It is well done. They did it in a way that wasn't obvious, even though it could have been like, well, of course he's been against you the whole time or something. But yeah, that's pretty good. So
yeah, they did that very well.
So I haven't gotten much farther than that. It was like 2 hours of story, and it's like, okay, I'll take a break for right now because she's obviously
Oh
invested
yeah,
in
dude.
it. So
At the point of the game that you're at, you're gonna get some long ass cutscenes. Like
Oh, yeah?
basically from here on out. Just FYI.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
it
there's
is
still
cool. Like it's really like the plot payoff in that game. It is one of the most satisfying plots and endings that I've ever seen in a game.
And it's crazy. It just keeps going on. It's almost like this would have been a game that SquareSoft would have, cut into like 5 chapters or something,
Or like
and you would pay
DLC
$30 for
pre-release or something. Yeah,
So
you are not wrong.
It's a big payoff, but it's just even just before the payoff, it's just fun throughout.
Yeah,
and it just keeps going. It's just like a season.
I was gonna say, like, even some of the longer, kind of more obnoxious palaces, they're still good.
Yeah.
Like the Futaba one, I thought was really not difficult, but just it was like a marathon.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Okumura's.
Okumura's too, yeah.
Yeah, Futaba's I liked. Okumura's Kanashiro's was
cool.
It was really long.
Yeah.
But I also stayed there a while because there was like a loop in the beginning, so I just made a lot of money.
Yes, same here. And I thought Okumura's overall was the weakest. Yeah, I agree with you there.
As far okay, yeah. And there was this overall part at the end with the when you're going into space and it was kind of like a puzzle. Oh, that took me freaking forever. I was about to guide it up there.
We're gonna be just fine.
That part sucked. But
yeah.
But the palaces in general, I don't know. I like the gameplay a lot, so they never felt like a slog to me, even though it's like, okay, waiting for the story to happen, but it's I like the palaces, and the sneaking around, it's not stealthy, but there is payoff with the whole ambush thing, and every time you get to a palace, you feel more powerful because of your confidants.
Have you started the next big palace yet after the casino?
No.
Okay, I won't spoil it.
But we started talking about Shido, so I'm assuming it's him.
Yep, you're not wrong, but I won't say anything more.
All right.
It's all again in that palace in particular, like the plot and the gameplay are so intertwined. It's definitely the longest palace, but it also doesn't feel that way because it's broken up by some really meaningful story segments.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm getting close to the end, which I'm assuming I am, you're right about the confidants. I feel like I've done a pretty good job, unless there's more people coming, which I don't think there is.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna finish Haru. I think I'm
I would try to finish. I would try to finish your core teammates.
Your main people, and that's why I feel bad is because I came so late. And so I could have been working on her, but I was working on other people too.
Haru's goes pretty fast. Like, you know how you have to have a certain social skill to progress with Makoto and whatnot. You don't need any of that for Haru. Maybe you do.
I think it was proficiency. Yeah. You got to help her with the gardening the first time or something.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
this part sucks because.
Yeah, I'm already maxed out on the stats, which I kind of hate because I think I hit them too hard at the beginning of the game. I didn't realize so many of the confidants gave you stuff. So I was hitting the bathhouse a lot. I was doing this and that, and it's like, oh, Oya gives you 3 charm every time you hang out with her, and or level up with her at least.
Oh no! That was probably not necessary. It sure felt good though.
The wrong place at the wrong time, buddy.
Right. Same with you, asshole. That's gotta suck. Oh, you.
What the?
Zambo. Okay, now we got one more in here. Where is she? They just pile the items on you here.
And as far as Haru's, because most people have like skills on top of them being party members. Like Yusuke has the cards,
right?
With the blink cards and everything. Is hers just have to do with the vegetables? Like
yes, and they are good,
better.
but like you said, you get her so late in the game, they're not the most super useful things in the game. But it is, without trying to spoil anything, if you can max out all of your core teammates,
mean people. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try.
if you miss one or two side characters, I mean, it is definitely good to get them, but it's impossible to get them all the first time around.
Yeah, like I know, what is it? The Hanged Man, the gun shop guy. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, I didn't get him. I think the only ones that I got were Sojiro, and you almost the game kind of encourages you to get him.
Yeah.
Who else did I get?
I got him, and the payoff wasn't really worth it. I mean, story wise.
Oh, I got the doctor. The doctor. Oh my gosh, she is so worth it. She really is. Like the accessories she sells you are the best in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she didn't get much better from like level 7 onwards. I mean, the last stuff that she gives you are like really good items that bring you back to life.
Right.
Which is like, all right, that's fine. But I think really the accessories, like the SP adhesives, were the best part.
Yeah. And then I've already told you what's her name with the Chinese checkers.
Well, yeah, what's her name?
It's been so long since I played it now, which sucks.
Yeah, she's pretty high. I think I have like her on. There was already like a romance option, so I have her like on level 9 or something. I know I haven't maxed her out yet, but
yeah.
And yeah, her stuff is really good. So
yeah,
I
letting
think,
you switch out anytime with no penalty.
I think that's the next one.
Yeah, when you max her out,
anyone can switch out.
Right.
I'll definitely get that. But to be able to run away whenever you want to is nice. You know, switching out just in general is good. So yeah, she definitely had some good stuff.
Oh, Claire's on fire.
I did max out the kid because he gave you kindness. And so that helps with
that's true.
Sojiro, and I needed max kindness to get his thing, but he gave you some. I didn't think much about what he was giving me, but they've really come in handy, like the special shots.
Yeah,
especially with like enemies or with like the treasure demons that there's no way to like stagger them unless you do like a critical hit or something.
Right.
And I got Miracle Punch, but just having a built-in, hey, I'm going to be able to critical hit you no matter what is really awesome.
That's a nice feeling.
It is. So it's like it's a good ability.
Have you gotten to the point in Memento where I forgot all about him. Where shit, I forgot what I was saying. Have you gotten to the point in Mementos where you can encounter some optional enemies that give a ridiculous amount of EXP, but they're extremely hard to hit?
I don't think so. I've hit the occasional treasure demon in Mementos, but
okay, yeah. When you get to those guys, that automatic critical hit is the most helpful freaking thing.
Yeah. I feel like with the confidants between
home stretch here.
Your party members able to sweet talk, the warning shot, which seems to always work, getting a persona. I feel like I never fail at getting a persona now, which is nice.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, you like learn the weird conversation rules.
Yeah, but I most like half the time I don't even have to have a conversation with them anymore.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's true.
They
just respect you so much.
Yeah, either you get the red options every once in a while. It's like, hey, join my cause, and they will.
Or your party members will like give you second chances if you do have to do the conversation, right?
And the very rare time when I do have to have a conversation and I fail, one of them's gonna, since they all have the hey, we'll give you a second chance. One of them will pipe up and say something. So I don't fail those anymore. And in the beginning of the game, you just don't have a whole lot of skills, so I was failing those all the time. It was really annoying.
Yeah, well,
I never wanted
because
to
there
leave
were personas that you really needed, and
yeah. And
now you have so many options.
Palace, I didn't know that Mementos that you would get a second chance with a lot of them, so I never wanted to leave a palace without getting every single one.
Right.
Of course, there was usually one or two that there were beyond your level, so you couldn't. But.
Sure. Okay, so you've already seen the video. The video is no different in the second story. It's just
Claire's.
William gets shot and then transforms. So
Gotcha.
yeah, nothing really to see there. So we're just gonna book it through here, get the G virus sample or antidote rather, and go back to share. And then that's literally it. Like we've got the boss fights and back to the train and. Yeah, we're doing this, Max.
So you say boss fights. We've got
William Part 3 and then Claire's
and
final
then...
boss. And then you know what the secret ending is. I mean, like, you remember that from the original Resident Evil 2.
I remember the train blob.
Yeah.
Of William. Oh, I'm interested to see that then.
Yes, it is immensely grotesque in this version. I love Leon's version where it's just hanging there and he goes, huh, that was easy. You know, like I said, the lab is so quick in this remake. And that line from Leon, it's almost like a tongue-in-cheek. I almost wonder if that wasn't the developers kind of saying, yeah, we had to meet our deadline. So we had this like puzzle planned out for this part, but we're not doing it. I'm not disappointed. This is a pitch perfect remake.
It is, and this lab doesn't seem unrealistic with the size and what's going on with it.
Right.
It's just you don't have a whole lot standing in your way like needlessly.
Correct. Yeah.
It's a good mixture of puzzle and zombos and stuff here.
Right.
The Zambonis.
I forget what I'm doing here. Combine.
But yeah, I'll work on Haru then.
Work on Haru. Have you maxed out everyone else?
No. I've maxed out... Oh, as far as party members?
Yeah. Party members.
Yes, I believe so.
Good.
Let me think.
I'm trying to think. Is William really going to hurt me all that much?
Yeah. So. Yeah, the party members, I've maxed out everyone else but Haru.
Cool.
And I never use Haru on the battlefield either. Although I should start now that what's his name Mishima's maxed out, everyone gets the same EXP.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, that's nice too. That's who else I maxed out. Yeah, he is excellent too. Like from a gameplay perspective, I feel like he and again, what's her name, are like the two side characters that are really
Hifumi, the
Hifumi. Yeah,
person?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Shogi, not Chinese checkers, Chris. That's racist. Come on.
I mean, some of them are like Oya's stuff is useless, pretty much.
Let's crank this fucking submachine gun because this is the time.
Why not? But I feel like that's the thing. Chiaha, whatever, the fortune teller, she's
not the best.
She's not the best when it comes to like later on. But like around level 5 or whenever you get it, when you can start paying to have people like you.
Yeah, right. Isn't that nice? Just buy your friends.
Like, yeah, and I think I told you, like, once I realized how and what was going on, I literally did go back about a month in a save file. And I was just like, no, I don't care. And I just skipped the story that I'd already seen, and I got kind of obsessed with making my save better.
Yeah.
It was like, I already know I've messed up a lot.
Right.
Because I just didn't know so much in the beginning of the game. So I was just like, fuck this. I'm gonna pay her all the money every day to make people like me.
Right. Dude, remember how tight ammo was at the beginning of this game?
I know, Jesus.
Not so much right now. We're
the teacher
in ridiculously good shape.
Kawakami.
Wow, how did I use this little?
I didn't realize her. I mean, she's good with the time you get in class and blah blah blah. The massage so that you can go out after a palace or go out after mementos.
Yeah, that's
nice
that's
too.
Nice, isn't it?
What I didn't really realize, the best part of her, and I figured this out like a couple weeks after I maxed her out, and I wish I had known it sooner, is that the stuff that like making coffee, making curry, what else? Doing laundry. She does it for free now.
Right.
I didn't know that. I was like, wait, she does this for free.
Yeah, she does
so
not
it's
charge
basically
you.
every single night you get a free thing from her if you want
so
to.
She's no longer a hooker. She's just like a friend with benefits with one of her students. Which,
yeah, that's
let's
not
talk
weird at
about
all.
that a little bit. Thank you, Japan.
Once I stopped, because what's weird is you get so invested with these characters.
Dude, we're about to molest William, FYI.
You don't want to be mean to them. Like, I've probably hung out with people I didn't need to and done all this other stuff because it's just like, I like you. I don't want to say no to you. I don't,
right.
It's like, do you want to hang out with them further and end up wasting your whole day hanging out with Ryuji? Hell yeah, I love Ryuji.
Yeah, dude, Ryuji's a fucking pimp.
I'll make him coffee, sure.
Yeah, dude, I'll suck your dick, Ryuji.
It's also,
Dude, have you seen the amusement park scene with him?
The theme?
The amusement park scene with him.
No, is that like a place you can take him for like a
yes? Oh, dude, if he asked you to hang out, like go on a dude date with him to the amusement park, it's the fucking funniest scene in the game.
I will definitely do that.
I won't even spoil it. It's so funny. In fact, this game has like some of the best like funny, friendship moments out of any RPG I've ever played.
I like that there's definite tropes like Mishima. Mm-hmm. You could just there's always a dialogue option to like put him down.
I know, dude. Like you can just abuse the crap out of your friends and then still make them like you. It's kind of funny.
And that's the thing is that there was never any consequence. It was like you just could. You were almost encouraged.
Yeah, right.
Him. Oh, and with Ryuji too, it's like he can be your buddy and you can be like, yeah, way to go, Ryuji, or you could just be like, you're dumb, man.
Yeah.
And I've done that a couple times because it seemed realistic. Like the other choices seemed unrealistic, So I'd be like, "Yeah, you're dumb," or "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he'll be like, "Oh, come on, man, you don't have to say it like that."
Right. Yeah, it looks so good, Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like I said, they really go a long way in Claire's scenario for making Annette a little more sympathetic.
Yeah.
And it actually gets more so here in a little bit. Like, she's not just, like, this completely unsympathetic, like...
What about Sherry?
I don't even know how to describe her in Leon's scenario.
Well, she was a lot more of a bitch. I mean, let's be frank.
Yeah, that too. Well, and then in the original game, it's almost like she was still in it, for, like, personal gain. But, like, here she's really just trying to bury their mistakes. Like, she's like, taking personal responsibility for the research that turned her husband into a monster, and she's kind of, like, out for revenge against Umbrella. So, in Claire's scenario, she's almost, like, completely sympathetic. She clearly has no social skills, but...
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Basically, she just kind of softens him up for Claire. Not that I need it. I'm sitting on a fucking arsenal. Dude, I'm gonna tear this fucker apart.
Yeah.
I got this.
Dude, also, you know how Leon's just kind of thrown down there and Annette screws him? Like, watch Claire right now. Watch this. Dude! She's like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. It's been a long night.
Trust me. This
Yeah, Claire's pretty cool right now.
Yeah, dude, Claire's a badass.
Oh my god.
One of us is getting fucked tonight, William, and it ain't gonna be me.
Man, they make him just look a lot more demonic in this game.
Yeah, dude.
The whole white eyes and everything. They did such a good job with this game.
I know. Like I said, this is the perfect remake, man.
I have to feel like if you've never played Resident Evil, this is going to be a really fun game for you anyway. But being a fan of Resident Evil 2, you're just rewarded.
Constantly.
Like, if Final Fantasy VII Remake is like this, which
I'm
gonna love it, but it's not
too.
Going to be. They're gonna change things that they really don't have to change. You can already see it.
Oh, it's not gonna be the love letter that this game is.
No, there's gonna be. Oh my god. You already see that there's new characters and stuff like that. They really don't have to add, and they just want to tell their own new story. And this is very much this is the same story, and this is how it would be if we made this game today.
Right.
And it's perfect,
It straight up is. Like, I have nothing bad to say about this game. I'm about to get fucked up, though. I'm about to get fucked up, though. Give me that leg. That leg ball.
Slow him down with those water balloons a little bit.
Oh boy. It's alright. We're okay. We're gonna be fine.
It's
So-
not. You got all this thing, and yeah, he gets stunned with like every second shot.
Gotta get past him, gotta get past him, gotta go fast! Gotta go faster! These acid rounds, though, are devastating. He gets stunned so often.
Yeah.
I also forget that we only have one, though.
Nice.
Shit. Oh, hello!
That's the best
You know
part.
what, let's, the machine gun is
Shoot
better
the
at
island.
blowing him out, yeah. Here we go. Shit. He's almost there. He's like glowing red. Look at him right now. Shit. Ah! Got a hold of me. Get out of there, Claire. Show me your balls. Show me them balls. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, that was a slaughter. I almost feel bad for him. I was even sloppy and took some unnecessary hits. And now you finish this fight by getting like almost all your ammo back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Target has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
Target has been overkilled. That was unnecessary.
Like they literally have their recordings in place for this scenario.
I know,
Target
right?
has been neutralized.
Like Umbrella clearly
What kind
had
of shit were you imagining?
right.
here,
Umbrella clearly knew that this shit was gonna happen.
bro?
Right?
Seriously.
What a bunch of jackasses.
Sizzler is now operational.
Okay, so this last William fight, we're gonna get to go fucking gun Zerk.
I also
Uh,
love fights that it's really all about, okay, do you have the strongest stuff still? How much ammo do you have?
Right.
Because you could just lay into this thing.
Yeah. There's something even better about Claire's here that I'll show you soon. And was that everything? Nope, one more nade. Yeah, they just hand you another arsenal for wasting your arsenal on him.
Yeah.
And we're at about the hour mark, but I mean, we're so close to the end that we pretty much have to.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just fucking do it. Put it down. Go save Sherry here and
Gotta get back to Sherry.
gotta go fast. Wait. Oh man. So Max, what's your number one remake of all time? I mean, is it
Well, let
too
me
much of a
think.
stretch to say this? But
I mean, maybe. Even though I haven't even played this game myself, other than the demo. But
dude, I can see you getting super into this.
God, when did the remakes really start in earnest? PS3.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe around PS3 era we started seeing some, but I don't know. I almost feel like that's kind of almost like a really modern phenomenon. Like finally the technology has come so far that we're kind of like thinking, what would these like 8-bit, 16-bit, and like PS1 era classics look like in like beautiful like 4K graphics, and that's what we're getting now.
Yeah.
Like enough time has passed. Like, you know, this would have felt a little bit phoned in if it were remade on the PS2, you know? But strangely enough, like that's kind of when you started to see people saying, "Oh, they should remake FF7 on the PS2, then on the PS3, and then
Yeah.
yeah."
But yeah, that's the thing is it wouldn't have been it really wouldn't have been much of a gameplay difference.
Right. Which may not have been a bad thing, but you know, or in FF7's case.
Yeah.
But
So if we're talking like that, then my cop-out answer would be Super Mario All-Stars.
okay, yeah, dude,
which was
that's
just a
good one.
fantastic game when it first came out.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. But aside from that, I mean, okay, Twilight Princess HD is fantastic.
Well, then
I
that's
haven't
the
finished it.
question. Do we want to draw a line between remakes and remasters?
Yeah, let's do that. So let's if we're talking straight up just remaster,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot that I've played. I mean,
I've played a surprising number of remasters, actually. Though I guess the
haven't
most
beaten-
recent Shadow of the Colossus, that was really more
I
of a
was,
remake.
I was just
but
going to mention Shadow of the Colossus. And as beautiful as that game is,
everything has been remastered now.
yeah,
My daughter.
and that is a beautiful game. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah.
and the control scheme is not as confusing, I guess.
Right.
But
Yeah, see, this is where
doesn't-
that's a little bit sad.
Life is what is
Yeah,
It
see, they
doesn't
like
change
actually
too
give her a
much.
redemption arc here.
We can't just
Yeah.
leave her here.
that's
But yeah.
exactly what we're gonna do, Sherry.
We are absolutely leaving her here. She is going to be buried with this monster lab. But yeah, so remasters, like, I've played the Shenmue remaster, though that wasn't much of a remaster, it was really just porting it to the new consoles. The Devil May
Yeah.
Cry remasters, the Final Fantasy 10 and 12 remasters.
I played the shit out of the 10 remaster for sure.
I played the shit out of the 12 remaster, actually.
Oh yeah.
The 10 one was really good, though. I did play it to the end of the story, but didn't do much of the optional stuff. What else has been remastered? The Last of Us got
Man,
remastered
she
on
really
PS4.
just fucking croaked, like literally.
Yeah, that was just it for her. I'm trying to think of what else. Remaster.
Please,
I'll think of it. But remakes, this and Zelda, Link's Awakening are my
Link's
top
Awakening.
two. And I'm still having that's the reason I asked that question, is that when all is said and done, like, I don't think I can decide, like, which I like better. Like, this is kind of more of a remake in the sense of almost like a reimagining. Like, it gives you the same plot beats. It does a couple new things. Like I said, it gave Annette sort of a redemption arc. It definitely changed some of the key structure about, like, how the game works. Like, Mr. X really being more of Leon's, like, primary antagonist, and William being more of Claire's. And
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's still very much Resident Evil 2 as we know and loved it. It's just been rebuilt from the ground up in a really creative and fun way.
Yeah, if you know the story of Resident Evil 2, this game isn't going to shock you in any way.
No.
It can surprise fans just
Yeah,
with
it's
how
going to
they changed
gratify
it.
the hell out of you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like how the remake, like Resident Evil remake did with
Mhm.
that, where
Dude.
It-
That's right.
it'll play with
Resident
your
Evil remake.
expectations.
Why am I forgetting that? Man.
And
That,
for some
that's
reason,
up there,
yeah,
too.
I forgot it too
Until you just said
mentioned
it, right.
it.
This series gets the
that was-
best damn remakes.
That's right. So that was in the GameCube PS2 era,
Shut the hell up, Siri.
which
Yeah.
is nuts because, like you said, a gloss of paint
Mhm.
would be
Would have
what
been
most
enough.
of those games would be
Yeah.
in that generation, and yet that game, which I guess you could say it was a gloss of paint because it was the same control scheme, the same
Mhm.
play style, but oh my god, what a gloss of paint! Like holy shit,
Right.
that was the
So nice to me.
best looking game
I'm really
for a little while.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and that pushed the GameCube to its limits. I mean,
Save your thanks until I get
there
you
wasn't a
this
whole
place.
lot that it was like, oh yeah, the GameCube. Pretty much all these games look like PS2 games.
Right.
There's not that much of a difference, and that was the first game that was like, oh no, like
Yeah, dude.
the system has a bit of power to it. Actually,
Yeah, the
and
Resident
we'll
Evil
show
remake
ya.
really showed off what the GameCube was capable of.
Like that was halfway between that generation
And the
next
PS3.
generation.
Right,
It
I
really
agree.
was.
It was beautiful. Like, to the point
'Cause you
where
look
if you
at-
were to pop it into the GameCube today, you would still look at that and think, hey, that's not a bad looking game.
It holds up. It,
It does.
absolutely holds up. And you look at the remaster of the remake,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
it's just like, okay,
it
it's
could-
obviously
yeah.
looks better, but it's not like that much better.
Right, yeah. Like basically
it's
the
HD.
real difference is only in the character models. Like the environments themselves are pretty well good to go, you know? Like they just had
Yeah.
to reformat them for widescreen,
Yeah.
and that was about it.
Well, it's interesting the work that they had to put into that game because there was for some backgrounds it was like little movies,
Right.
just like these 3-4 second 10-second movies that were looping,
right.
and for HD they didn't look that good anymore. So
No.
to make everything look congruent, they ended up redoing those in
Which
like,
is
in
an
engine.
insane amount of effort for a remaster of a remake. Like you said,
Yeah.
it would have been enough
could have
just to
phoned it
port
in.
it. Yeah.
They
like,
could have phoned it.
I
And
was
they did.
mentioning the Devil May Cry remasters, which ironically are also made by remade by Capcom, and
Yeah.
they're terrible.
Yeah.
Like as far as they're still good games, but the graphics themselves are shit. Like they really didn't try. God damn it. God damn it. Are you shitting me right now? Did I just blow 2 grenades?
There we go.
Wow, that sucked. That was really dumb of me.
I thought Sherry was on fire over there.
Nah, Sherry's
Getting
fine.
us like, oh no.
Sherry's gonna be just fine. Yeah, that was stupid, dog. Can you believe I blew both of those flame grenades? I mean, we're done, so it doesn't matter, but... Actually, what's my health at? I'm still at fine.
Yeah, you're good. Hello. Oh my god, at this point you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm just throwing ammo away. I didn't expect to... Like, I didn't use any gunpowder. I didn't expect to be that far ahead by the time we got here. Like, I'm always surprised by the time we get to the lab, like, how little resources I've used.
Yeah.
I'm gonna discard this, because I don't need it.
But you gotta pick everything up.
Yeah,
You
right?
don't
That's
wanna
just
leave
how I
much
play
behind.
this game. I don't know why. I do know why. I'm slightly OCD when it comes to survival
Oh, yeah.
horror game. Actually, it's not even OCD, I'm just paranoid. Like,
Well, it's like,
I'm always
what-
worried something's gonna go wrong and I'm not gonna have enough at the end.
And what game do you think instilled that in you? Like,
Right.
seriously.
The original Resident
Resident Evil
Evil.
taught you well.
It did.
Right here, okay? Okay. I promise I won't move. Good. Be careful.
Hey, Claire, what's this do? God damn it, Sherry.
The
Yeah,
train separates.
We're not gonna be that far over an hour, actually, because, I mean, we're here. This is it. You recognize this chamber.
Oh yeah.
You also recognize this bad boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're getting that
Oh,
here in a
sweet.
second. I've just got to put that in the battery in here.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, did you ever watch my tribute to Mr. X?
Okay.
No, I didn't. Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna
dude.
watch that.
Yeah,
I'll watch that
I'm
tonight.
pretty proud of it. I'm not gonna lie.
You're down here too?
I think you'll appreciate like kind of the way that I composed it was it almost looks like kind of a fangirly like Leon Claire
Shit
tribute.
video.
And then it just takes a wild left turn.
Leon?
You'll,
All right, I'll check
you'll
it
enjoy
out.
it. You'll enjoy it.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon!
Leon, help me, Leon.
Damn!
You know, I'm speaking of remakes. To cap off that conversation, they've already confirmed that they're doing a Resident Evil 3 remake,
3. Yeah.
and man, I hope it's as good as this is, because the Mr. X mechanic is kind of like what really set this apart from other remakes, and I can picture
Yeah.
them making like a whole game's worth of Mr. X mechanics with Nemesis.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you got to have some breathing room sometimes, and
Right.
I feel like in that game, it was you very much sometimes run away from the nemesis, but a lot of times you kind of had to kill it.
Right.
So I wonder how that'll work, but
Yeah,
Yeah, they
you're
did-
right.
they
There
did a
were
good job
some
in this
points where
game.
you were forced to confront him.
yeah. But yeah, it was did a really good job in this game with Mr. X, so
Yeah.
that'll be pretty cool. Also, playing as Jill again, that'll be fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, Jill.
Like,
I
fuck you.
can't wait to see what they do with her character in that remake. Partially because that game was just a little bit fan servicey with Jill,
Yeah.
which you know isn't the worst thing in the world. I'm not above a little Jill eye candy. But by that same token, though, like what they did with Claire in this game, holy shit! Like I kind of hope Jill gets the same treatment.
Also, just like her personality, yeah, it's
Oh shit! I'm
They-
about to get
it-
hit. Oh no, I'm not.
almost like seems more realistic with how kind of much of a badass and how courageous she was in later, you know, like
Oh,
Code Veronica.
no!
Oh my god.
Oh, look
Nice.
at that! He missed. Whiffer.
But I like in this game she's a lot more of a has a kind of a sailor's mouth.
Yeah, Claire. Holy shit.
and she is. My God, this thing. Yeah, they really made it kind of fucked up.
Yeah, dude. Oh, whoops.
Whoa.
Didn't mean to do that.
You can see Geralt's ass a little bit there.
I mean, you can play. Oh, dude, shit. We're running out of time for conversation. Fucking Witcher Netflix series confirmed for mid-December.
Oh, is it? I didn't hear that. Awesome.
And they even showed a new trailer with a little bit of bathtub Geralt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
You know,
behind
I
some of
was
these things.
so on the fence when they announced it, and especially when they cast Henry Cavill. But
Yeah.
like from what I've seen, I'm thinking this might be a hit.
That first
Like
trailer,
not
I
just
was-
like
I was
passable
impressed.
for a video game adaptation, or I guess really it's more based on the novels than anything, which is
Yeah.
good. But yeah, I mean the story in The Witcher just lends itself so well to every different kind of medium: novel, television, and video game. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's. I
looking
think it'll make
forward
a
to it.
fantastic fantasy series.
yeah, I am super looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. All right, so mid-December. All right.
Yep.
I'm a little surprised we're getting it this year. I thought it'd be early next year, but that's cool. Have you watched the Watchmen series on HBO?
No, mainly
haven't
because I
either.
don't have HBO, but also because I'm not quite sure what to make of it yet. I've heard decent enough things, but
Yeah, I have too.
I didn't really feel like that story needed a sequel. But,
I
you
don't
know,
either, and so
Here we are.
that's part of. I'm initially critical of it. My gut is like, yeah, that doesn't need a sequel, and so I'm kind of averse to a sequel.
Mhm.
But I feel like I have to give it a chance.
Oh yeah. At
See
some
if
point, I'm
it's-
gonna
you know,
watch it.
it's
Maybe
any
I'll wait
good.
for like the DVD, the Blu-ray release or something. But
First thing
Okay.
we want to do when we get out of here.
because I'm not willing to pay the extra money for HBO just for one
Nah,
series.
Me either.
So like maybe that's something we should do. Like when the first season comes out on Blu-ray, just like either you come down here, or I'll come up to Chicago, and we'll just binge watch it.
Yeah, then we can review it.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fun. Just because like that's kind of a series that you and I have shared, along with that and Scott Pilgrim and what else? What else is Harold and Kumar?
Yeah.
Those are like three film franchises that I kind of associate with you.
And I'm glad Scott Pilgrim kind of became kind of it has like a little bit of a legacy, the movie, you know.
It does,
Very much apart from the comics and everything else.
Mhm.
It's
dude.
now it's seen as
Scott
like an
Pilgrim,
ode to like Generation X or older
Yeah, man.
millennials, you know.
That came out at like the perfect time in our lives. Like that was
It really
us, you know. It's kind of a weird thing.
I mean, seeing that in theaters, like, because I know it was like, okay, I'm expecting good things,
Yeah,
but then just how much kind of love they put into the details.
right.
I
I
mean,
can't.
that movie goes at a breakneck pace.
It does, and I really
and-
can't picture anything that's more of a, you know, Gen X kind of thing than that movie and those
Seriously,
comics,
yeah.
really, because
It
like
kind of defines.
there's stuff in there that, you know, younger millennials wouldn't get,
No.
and plenty of stuff in there that people slightly older than us would not get at all either.
Yeah,
It just is like that.
it really is for
that
like kind of
kinda-
like
Like what I mean, when it came out, we were early to mid 20s, and now it's for, you know, like early to mid 30s. In fact,
Yeah.
if they were to ever do a follow up on Scott Pilgrim, I'd love to see him wrestling with, you know, being in his 30s and still being kind
yeah,
of a
right.
bum.
and,
Right.
and you're like, oh, I'm not cool anymore.
Yeah, right. Like, were
But it
you
was-
ever cool, Scott?
Oh, God. Yeah,
And I'm sorry, but his roommate Wallace is one of the greatest characters ever conceived.
Oh yeah, seriously.
Like he
I
was,
watched it.
yeah,
I
both
still watch
movie
that
and comic.
a couple times a year, and it's like this is still just a really good movie.
It
It's so
is.
solid.
You know, it holds up. And again, like, I'm pretty sure that anyone like 5 years older than us or 5 years younger than us would be completely like, what do you see in this?
Yeah,
But
it's. I remember seeing the first time seeing it. There really wasn't anything like it when it came to the detail, and also like felt like we were being directly marketed towards or spoken towards.
oh yeah, for
with
sure.
the freaking Zelda sound effects, and not
Yeah,
just
the
like
opening
the
of
most
that.
iconic, but like even just the littlest sound effects. It was like, whoa, like really?
Right.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
down to the littlest detail. That, like I said, that was, you know, our generation. Yeah, dude, isn't this tight?
Talk about quick evolution.
Seriously.
Oh my god, Claire, really? That's your reaction? Veins, like, nerves of steel, man.
Claire is a fucking badass, dude.
She is.
Alright, time to go all out.
Like, I would just be like, shit.
I would be weeping openly and, like, submit myself to its gaping maw.
Oh my god. There we go. The Chris influence.
Yeah, right? Ooh, it's gonna be close. Did I just lose? No, I got him,
Oh, wow.
Barely. Oh, wait, no, I think I lost. No, I didn't. Hold on a second.
Oh my god.
Dude, I think I... No, I didn't. I got him. It just looked a lot more dramatic in Claire's because she takes some hits. Oh, wait. Dude, I don't recognize... I might have lost. This might be an alternate bad ending. Oh, wait, no, here we go. Okay. It looked like it was going to get her. There we go. We got him. I almost thought for a second that I was about to see an ending that I didn't know existed. Like, if I, like, let him get a little too close or something.
Yeah. Man, that'd be a lot of story for a bad ending, though.
Yeah, right? I just figured it would be the same, only he eats Claire. Yeah, that would suck. You remember that part, though. All right, man. That is Remake 2. Oh.
Both scenarios.
Yep.
I really don't like thinking about what happens right after this. I like the good ending, and then the later games, it's like, yeah, then they get picked up, and Sherry goes into a facility for, like, years, and it's like, what?
Yeah, you know, they really... I don't know.
We actually just met
Resident Evil
last night.
1 through Code Veronica, I thought, told a fairly cohesive
I like this
and
little
complete story.
flirty side here.
Yeah, this is fun, too. Watch this. This is hilarious.
What if it's not just a city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Yeah, watch this. Leon's all ready to take care of business. You remember the trucker scene from the beginning of the game, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Fucking asshole. Isn't that great?
Wow.
I know, it's so great.
He was friendly.
Oh, he was friendly. Leon's got jokes.
So,
But yeah, so 1 through Code Veronica, right? I feel like it told a fairly cohesive story, and like really all they had to do was maybe make one more classic style Resident Evil that sort of wrapped up the kind of arc that they had built, right? Like basically take down Wesker and shut down Umbrella, like expose Umbrella, and then you'd be good to go. But then they kind of let the franchise sit for a while and rebooted everything with Resident Evil 4, and people loved Resident Evil 4 so much that like, oh man, we gotta fucking milk this cash cow. And it's almost like in those games they kind of pretend 1 through Code Veronica really didn't, well, not that they didn't happen, but
They really changed the tone of it.
yeah,
like...
they changed the tone and they changed the plot, really. Like, Wesker was like this big overarching mastermind, and you know, you really don't even like learn anything about like who's governing Umbrella. Like, what the hell is Umbrella? You know, it's like this faceless, like ultra boogeyman corporation, and like I said, I felt like at the end of Code Veronica they were really close to dismantling it, but no.
Well, it seems like they did dismantle it, but then as like a corporation at least. But then there's always like the specter of Umbrella,
right?
And,
And they kind of follow through,
like,
right? They kind of follow through with that in Resident Evil 7 a little bit, where, yeah, Umbrella is, like, completely dismantled, and so much so that there's, like, this company called Neo Umbrella that Chris Redfield is actually working for, because it's, like, dedicated to erasing all of the horrible shit that the original Umbrella did. And so Chris is kind of like the watchdog over this new company. Or at least that's kind of the impression that I got. But that's kind of like the second time that this series has been rebooted now.
which hopefully for the better this time.
Yeah, well,
Capcom's
definitely
been
for the
kind of
better
a good
this time,
pair
'cause-
lately.
Yeah, because I enjoyed Resident Evil 4, but I really didn't like what it did to the series overall.
Yeah,
Like
That
where
could-
it went after that was really bad, and now Resident Evil 7 comes along, and tonally, it's a lot more kind of like classic horror, but it also feels tonally closer to Resident Evil 1 through Code Veronica.
yeah.
Now,
as far as the enemies, though, I feel like it's almost like it had to grow up, or
Mm-hmm.
they felt like it had to grow up. Like it's like, oh, there's zombies, but this is not so realistic. Which
Yeah.
Resident Evil, they try to keep it grounded. It's like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
virus, but
Yeah.
they are zombies, and they do like eat each other and eat other zombies, which is like, if it's a bioweapon, there's no need for that.
right.
So I feel like it kind of evolved where it's like, okay, now they're acting more like infected, more like weapons, or they can
Exactly.
talk, but they're kind of like angry. And Resident Evil 5 kind of seemed like the, where that was headed, where they have a personality. They're I guess how a super soldier would be, or how something like that, where your inhibitions are gone
Right.
to a crazy point where you seem psychotic,
Uh-huh.
and they're not just like zombies.
Yeah, they're
So it's like,
just like
okay.
mad people, right?
Yeah, so it's like that kind of that.
Or
diff
if you want to
between-
like look at the racial overtones of Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, for a 5, yeah, seriously.
Oh,
And that definitely
man.
takes something away from the game. I like that. It's not as scary when it's like that. It's so
No,
scary.
man, it's not.
Resident Evil 4 was
Resident Evil
scary,
5 was
but
not even
when
remotely
it's
scary.
like a zombie nightmare,
Mhm.
it was definitely scarier, in these first few games.
And that's what I love about like the two most recent Resident Evil games, 7 and Remake 2. They go back to like almost pure adrenaline horror. Like even up to even in the lab in this game where you're starting to feel more overpowered because you've saved up so much ammo. Like the enemies can still jump you and you still get some really tense moments in there, like those plant dudes and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, not as much so as in Resident Evil 7, but I kind of feel like if they had made it more intense like Resident Evil 7, it kind of wouldn't have felt like Resident Evil 2, because even in the PlayStation 1 original, by the time you got to the lab, you were well equipped to take on anything in there.
Oh yeah,
And so, yeah, it kind of dropped the horror facade a little bit in there, but not in a bad way either. Because I mean,
no,
Like,
the
it
enemies
was
are
kind
still
of-
scary looking for sure.
yeah, but it was kind of like empowering. It's like, okay, you know what? I've got all these guns. It's time to take revenge on these fuckers. It's because like the first part of the games are so methodical and slow paced and intense, and this game nails that perfectly with the police station and the sewers. You feel positively helpless when Mr. X
Yeah.
is chasing you. Like
like
it's
all the cards are against you.
it goes from oppressive to panic, back to oppressive to in the lab just all out warfare. I mean, it's time to go. Yeah,
Yeah, they balance that pretty well.
they do.
Without
It walks the
seeming
line
like
beautifully.
you can't do this, like it's impossible.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that way unless you really suck.
And contrast that with Resident Evil 4, where like the only scary oppressive parts are like the first maybe hour or so of that game.
Yeah, it is scary at first, especially when they drop you in that village. Everyone's coming at you. It's
Yeah, because
like,
you don't quite know what's
30
going on, and then
30 enemies
Chainsaw
at
Dude
once.
comes out. Yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
But then the
once
game
you kinda
drops
learn
that
the game
tone
a little bit,
Right.
Yeah, they drop that. You learn, you headshot, and then you go in for the kick, like, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're super powerful.
And they give you like that full arsenal relatively early in the game too. Like, and again,
Yeah.
I know they were going for a completely different kind of experience than the first 4 games, but to me, I've said this before. For me, something about what the series fundamentally is was lost with that.
yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
funny looking back at Resident Evil 4. Like when it first came, it's like the opposite Wind Waker. It's interesting. When
Right.
it first came out, it was like, wow, this game is really great. It's taking Resident Evil in a new, exciting direction.
Mhm.
And it's still a game I like very much so.
Oh yeah.
But I look at it and I see kind of what it did, like
Yeah.
the direction it actually took it in. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like- No, but in 2004 when it first came out, it was just a good game that
Mhm.
did something new with a storied franchise. No one could have predicted that it was going to like run off the rails that badly, like they did in 5 and 6. And I'm sorry, like, I know 5 is a decent action game. I don't forgive it. Like, when I boot up a Resident Evil game, I don't want a decent action game. I want edge of my seat tension and horror and zombies,
and if we're calling
weird
it an
monsters.
Game,
yeah.
It does not hold up as an action game at all today.
Right.
While the original Resident Evil games absolutely hold up as survival horror.
Yes, they do, especially the remakes, now that we have those. And yeah, that's the point too. Like, Resident Evil 5 and 6, like, they really shouldn't have even been called Resident Evils. And that's not just me speaking as a Resident Evil fanboy. Like,
what's Resident Evil about it?
Right, Capcom could have made like an excuse to come up with a new like BioFreaks franchise or something like that. You know? Yeah, I think because I died and I was sloppy at some parts, but
I'm saying like with the amount of saves and stuff, I thought you would have been. B's not bad.
Oh yeah, no, B's actually the second lowest. I think you can get.
Oh really? Oh okay.
I think so. Yeah, but. Okay, so that's Resident Evil 2. This has been Spoopy October. Max, I'll give you the final word. What do you think about Resident Evil 2 Remake, now that you've seen all of it?
I mean, come on. It's a perfect remake.
Thank you.
The game's wonderful.
I'm going to go one step further. I don't consider it just a perfect remake. This is a perfect game. Like, this is like the perfect crown jewel of the PS4 generation, which I consider to be the best console generation since the mid-90s. I am not... mid to late 90s. I am not joking.
I would agree with that.
This is a 10 out of 10 game for me. I hope that Capcom continues this just steamroll of excellent remakes, remasters, and reboots of these classic franchises. I am so excited for where we are in gaming right now. And this game this is emblematic of that for me.
It's been a good, 3 years, even though this year has been kind of slow on the releases. I mean, but that's only compared to last year.
Right, but it's been so
such
worth
a crazy year.
Right.
It's been, maybe I could even say 4 years. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
We've had a lot of really great games to the point where you don't even have to spend a whole lot of money, and you're going to have a backlog just because of how big these games are. Not that this one is really that long or big.
It can be, because you're expected to play through it multiple times, but you're right.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going through
There's a lot
once,
of open world.
Yeah.
We got a lot of open world games with a lot of detail and a lot going on with them. A lot of reason to come back to these games multiple times. And this game, you can come back to it multiple times. Again, you got the 2 scenarios at least.
Yeah.
And then you play through.
Well, since we're here, I'm not going to do any of them right now, but I'll show you kind of the. Hey, I got some new unlockables.
What's with these weekly challenges?
Oh yeah, they give you weekly challenges, run through the game without using the Magnum or something like that.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
But you get the 3 Ghost Survivor scenarios, and then Tofu, Hunk, the 4th survivor, and then Tofu when you beat him.
Do you have Tofu?
I thought I had Tofu. Did I not have Tofu? Did I somehow lose Tofu? I swear I had Tofu. Anyways, yeah. So
have you played through all those yet, or not yet?
No, I've not. I've only played through one of the Ghost Survivors, and that was this one because she's hot. And it's the easiest.
Yeah, hell yeah. Also, how long? How long was that? How long did it take you?
Oh, they're maybe 30 minutes long.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're just rush modes, and they're free.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean,
works.
It's just extending the game. It's not like...
And they're literal just challenge modes. They're just can you make it through this horde of enemies with these limited resources in this amount of time?
Okay. But there's some story, a little bit of story with it?
Yeah. Well, this one's canonical. Hunk actually did go through this.
Yeah.
He was a cleaner agent for Umbrella. And then these 3 are what-ifs.
Okay, gotcha.
So this was one of the guys that William attacked, and what if he had survived and actually got the G virus back to Umbrella? This is what if this girl had survived Irons, and then this is what if this guy had not killed himself after his daughter, and
Gotcha.
So like you said, it's just icing on the cake of an already perfect game. So
yeah, they really didn't have to do that, and they did.
No.
So.
And
Capcom's doing really good right now, and
yes,
it's kind of their game to lose because everything has been going pretty well with them since.
And
Monster World, Hunter World.
Yeah, historically, every company and every franchise has its ups and downs, and I'm just glad to be part of this particular up. It's nice. It feels like coming home again with all of these great franchises. Max, next time on Play the Hits, we're going to pick FF6 back up and probably introduce a new project. So we will see you then.
All right. See you then.